What's up, everyone? This is Justin from theonering.net. We are here at E3 2012. There's only two games we really care about: Guardians of Middle-earth and Lego Lord of the Rings. We're going to go in, we're going to make a beeline right to Warner Brothers and Traveller's Tales booth, and then we're going to walk out because every other game doesn't really matter.
Hi, my name's Nick Ricks, and I'm the executive producer for Lego The Lord of the Rings at TT Games. We're here at E3 and we're showing our latest demo of The Lord of the Rings, and here we can see we're playing the Mines of Moria level. So it's obviously an almost a unique and an interesting challenge to come up with a new Lego video game. So how do we go about it? Well, to begin with, we always try and think about what is special about Lord of the Rings or Batman or Harry Potter. In this particular case, for Lord of the Rings, we know it's a journey, it's a quest, but not just a quest for a physical journey, sorry, but also the characters themselves, they grow and develop through time. So once we've distilled that idea, how do we go about making that into a game? So the physical journey, conceptually, was very simple, although it's thrown up a number of technical challenges, insofar as we've taken Tolkien's classic map and built all of Middle-earth to put it into the game. So players will be able to physically travel from Hobbiton down to Bree, through to Rivendell, in this seamlessly streaming Lego landscape, where all the favourite characters, all the locations will be able to be revisited. So that's a physical journey, but how do the characters evolve? So we obviously know that the hobbits start off as meek and mild, and they end up worldly wise. Aragorn's the ranger, he ends up being the king. So to encapsulate that, we have this new backpack system where characters can equip and find new magical items which expand their abilities. So Legolas starts off with his ordinary bow, and then he's gifted the bow of the Galadhrim by Galadriel. That shoots faster, does more damage. So the characters themselves, they progress as they go through the game. So these two things kind of make what we call it almost like an RPG-light kind of feel to the game. So it's still that kind of traditional Lego gameplay, which everyone really likes, but it has that new and exciting feeling to it. So that's really where we were coming from. But when we suddenly realised that we were making a game based on an Academy Award-winning film for the first time. So that posed an interesting challenge. Okay, how do we rise to that? Because you may be able to see in the background, there are so many classic cinematic moments that Peter Jackson was able to craft. And we were looking at it, we can't top these. We're just going to have these in the game. And when we did, we had all the Lego characters talking their usual ba 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 kind of way. And it was great, it was really good, but we thought, well, let's try something new. We've got this cinematic feel, let's try including the actual theatrical dialogue into the games.
Is that the first Lego game?
Yeah, absolutely, it's the first one. So we tried it with Gimli. So when Gimli's walking to Moria and he's talking about the roaring fires and malt beer, we actually had Gimli say that, and we laughed, and we just thought it was absolutely perfect. So in the game, you have all the characters delivering lines from the film spoken by the actual actors, and that doesn't detract from the normal, irreverent, slapstick humour that you get in the Lego games. It complements it, it works with it as well. So we've got this RPG kind of light feel, it's got this amazing new cinematic kind of experience that we created, as well, of course, the raft 80+ characters to find. Loads of cool new abilities. We've got be able to wear the One Ring, enter into the Wraith world and build the Wraith Lego, Elven ropes, Files of Galadriel, you name it, you've got everything you could possibly want from a Lego Lord of the Rings experience. It's going to be in the game. What certainly motivates us is the idea of introducing these amazing universes, incredible stories to a younger audience. And so, with some of our previous games like Harry Potter, we found that kids who might not be a little bit too young to see the films, they can experience these characters and relive these stories through the safety of Lego play. And we're very confident that adults who may be fans of the fiction will be able to introduce all these classic characters, these amazing stories and locations to their kids through the medium of Lego. And obviously also having the dialogue in the game also makes it more accessible to that younger audience. It's going to be out on PS3, 360, Wii, DS, 3DS, PlayStation Vita, and it's going to come out for a holiday this year.
My name is Ruth Tamandel, and I'm a senior producer on Guardians of Middle-earth at Monolith Productions, and we're at E3. Guardians of Middle-earth is a multiplayer online battle arena on the console. So it's basically, like there's lots of PC MOBAs, they're getting pretty popular, and we thought it would be a great fit for the console and a great fit for, the Middle-earth characters and heroes, and so we're really bringing a lot of these heroes, not only ones that people are familiar with from the films, but also we're kind of digging into the lore a little bit and bringing out some that are more interesting that people might not know about, and then, letting players fight with them on this arena. So, for example, if you're Gandalf, you're going to have a lot of, crowd control, area of effect abilities. It's really about getting to the opponent's base and taking it down. So it's a little capture the flaggy. It's very strategic. So the ones we're showing at E3, so we've got Gandalf, obviously. We've got Legolas, who's, really good at, ranged, direct damage. He's very quick. We've got Thrain, who, Thorin Oakenshield's father, the king of the dwarves. Let's see, we've got, Arathorn, Aragorn's father. And we're also got Hildefons, whose Hildefons Took was Bilbo's uncle. And in the book it said that he went off on an adventure and never came back. So we kind of developed a little bit of a backstory for him where he went and sort of discovered some of the secrets of dwarven fire and these kind of siege weapons and brings them into these battles. So that's the good team. The evil team that we're showing, we've got Sauron. He's got a lot of big attacks. He's huge. He can swing his mace, knock everybody back, which is awesome. We've got the Witch King, who has a lot of crowd control, kind of stealth. We've got Ugluk, who's a Uruk-hai with a big whip, so he's got a lot of big whip attacks. Gothmog is an orc who has a lot of siege weaponry. You can put down catapults, really control an area well. And Gollum, who's sneaky, he can strike hard and strike fast and then get out. We've tried to go for the biggest, most bold things. So there's, abilities where you can, summon a Felbeast that comes in and, swoop attacks everyone. If you're on the evil side, you can summon a Balrog who just comes in and, stomps all over everybody and then leaves. Sauron's ultimate ability is to do damage to everyone on the map and fear them. It's like the Eye of Sauron. So, there's some really big scale stuff in this game. I know this game isn't as, lore and story heavy as a lot of the other Lord of the Rings and Middle-earth games have been. So I'm interested to see, what fans of the Tolkien lore think of this. It's really a lot more like a chess game where, each of the heroes is a piece on the board. It's not really set in a specific time or a specific place. It's really just about taking the characters and sort of, pitting them against each other. Hey, what would happen if Sauron and Gandalf fought each other? We will have some Hobbit tie-ins, yeah. And we'll be revealing more characters. There will be definitely Hobbit film tie-ins. And we've actually been working with Weta and Peter Jackson on the visuals to make sure that the visual style matches up and that, it looks like it came from the same universe. So it's a digital download, Xbox Live Arcade, PlayStation Network game, and it's coming out this fall. I love the OneRing.net. I go there all the time. Yeah. But I still want to hear what they have to say about the game, so I'm going to be watching the OneRing.net for comments, yeah.